Hello, citizens of YouTube. This is the Geeky Nerd here, and today we're going to be talking about the Johnny Glock JG-VEX trigger. This one in particular is for the Glock 48, and 43, basically the slimline variations of Glocks. But before I begin, I'd like to send a big thank you out to everyone who's liked, commented, and subscribed on previous videos. I always appreciate it and always enjoy talking to you guys. But if you're new here to the channel, welcome. If you enjoy this video, enjoy this type of content, please consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing. So with all that PR out the way, let's get into it. So gun, of course, is safe. Nothing here, nothing up my sleeves, right? So we do have a safe gun. But with the Johnny VEX trigger, so why did I choose it? Or Johnny Glock's JG-VEX trigger. Why did I choose it? Well, one, I love me a flat trigger. Flat triggers, ever since I started using them, ever since I found them and really started getting proficient with them, I found that they were my go-to. They don't fit everyone. Some people really still like their curved triggers, but for me, I found I like the flat one. And with the Glock triggers, Glocks being Glock triggers, they do leave a bit wanting. And I feel as though this Johnny Glock's trigger, for a little over $100, definitely fits that need, definitely fits that niche, and I feel it gives a bit more reliability and just better functionality overall. So what is it? Well, it's obviously a flat face trigger. It is machined from aluminum, so it is instead of being plastic or polymer. You can see here it kind of blends the line between a just pure flat sharp edge trigger and a kind of a standard curve by how it has this little chamfered edge to it. So when you are wrapping your finger around it, definitely feels nice and smooth. You see they have Johnny Glock's little logo there, and it has a very solid spring to press for the safety. Doesn't go back. You'll see there's a little screw in the front, and there's another one right there in the rear. And what those are over travel and then pre-stage right for your trigger. So whenever your trigger's been resetting, you can see here, let me get a light for you guys. So you can see there, it'll rest on the inside of your frame. You can adjust that to how far you want it to come out, right? So if you want it to be, you see, I have mine to where I still have a little bit of take up prior to hitting, really anything. And I like that extra travel. Some people want to be, as soon as they put their finger on here, boom, you're pretty much right at it. So you can adjust that out as far as you want. He does recommend you put Loctite on it to be able to achieve that. And then same thing with the over travel. Again, you can really adjust it how you like it. And this is where it just works for me. You can see it does have some general cutouts in the aluminum, which just gives a nice design aesthetic. And the actual trigger brake here, you can see as you have the take up. Again, you can adjust all this if you like. So going to the wall, a little bit of creep, nice clean brake, and it does brake at that 90, which is nice. And then the reset is a very sharp, snappy reset, pretty much back at just a little over 90, but you're right at the wall again. Nice clean brake again. Yeah, and the feel of it, as you see, with your finger on the trigger, definitely gives a very, very nice, nice trigger pull, nice trigger feel. You know where everything is. It doesn't have like the baby pea mush, right? Now, in full disclosure for this here, right, I did get the trigger bar that they offer, and this trigger bar that comes with it, I'd recommend getting it as well. It is polished. It does have some of the geometry just changed up ever so slightly, but it's not necessary. So if you want to use your stock trigger bar, they will send you just the trigger. Then you have to kind of, you have to screw in a few different things, get the latches, get everything correct. I just found it easier to get it with the trigger bar. It made my life a heck of a lot easier. But you can see there, it is very polished, it's very nice and raised. Very, very slick finish. Sorry for the cut there, guys. Camera died on me. So as I was saying, it is a very nice trigger bar. Definitely gives a better trigger feel. Now when you do get the kit, it will come with some lightning springs, so if you want to reduce the amount of the striker, you can reduce that. to I believe it's a 4.5 or 3.5 pound. Definitely reduces it, but still maintaining reliability. And then the safety plunger, you can replace that spring as well to reduce some of the drag to really get as good of a trigger feel as you want. Now, I know there's a lot of stigma, a lot of conversation out there about, hey, I want my gun to work every single time. Obviously, we all do, and you don't want to mess with some kind of core internals, and some people won't even touch a trigger, right? The most they'll do is like a back plate and then keep it all stock because it's a Glock, it just works. I generally do agree with those sentiments and those statements. However, if done right, done correct, done in proper procedure with proper quality items, I have yet to notice a modification that has caused any type of malfunction, issue, etc. And with this trigger, obviously you want your trigger to always work. I feel as though the Johnny Glock's trigger, being machined the way it is, giving the better feel and functionality of what it is, warrants the ever so slight, negligible risk of changing it out from the factory Glock settings. Now, you can run the trigger without doing the springs. It really depends on your preference, right? Some people won't even touch the springs because, again, they don't want to adjust the weight poundage. They want it to work as it's intended, and will take the ergonomics of the trigger without messing with the feel of the trigger and the pull. For me, it's been 100% reliable, no issues, but your mileage may vary. So, get to know your gun, get to feel it out and see how it functions. But for me, I went full chooch with it and could not be happier. So that is my general review of the Johnny Glock's trigger here, as I'm just playing around right now. And again, cannot highly recommend it enough, especially for a carry gun. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing. Let me know if you guys have a Johnny Glock's trigger in yours. If you like it, if you're looking for one, hopefully I answer some of your guys' questions, and maybe you guys can answer some of mine. But I hope everyone is having a wonderful, awesome, fantastic day, and I'll catch you guys next time. See you guys.